King Charles' health challenges result in difficult decisions by Buckingham Palace. The monarch has faced health struggles throughout 2024 which have resulted in an abbreviated work schedule. King Charles' health challenges as he recovers from cancer have resulted in difficult decisions by Buckingham Palace. The monarch is set to tour Australia with his wife, Camilla Parker Bowles. However, as the King's health remains in question, his team has made some major changes regarding the activities he can and cannot undertake. Hello viewers, please remember to subscribe and click on the notifications bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload new cookies about the British royal family. Daniela Elser of news.com.au reports that King Charles and Camilla Parker Bowles' Australian tour has been altered to reflect the King's health struggles. Elser believes the events of 2024 have taken their toll on the King. It's hard to ignore the signs of the wear that the events of this year are taking on the King, she wrote. You will have only 4 days to glimpse their majesties, and then only if you live in Sydney or Canberra. There will be no night engagements at all. She continued, one of the only usual bits of visual choreography we will see will be when their majesties are at Government House. The King and Queen are also attending a community barbecue in Western Sydney. However, these types of engagements are wildly different from the public, forward-facing events the royal family is known for when they take these types of trips. Typically, there are many public engagements, shaking hands, and all types of events, from informal to formal. This new schedule reflects Charles' current health condition, a type of cancer that has not yet been revealed publicly. It allows for rest and recovery in between engagements. We've had to make some difficult decisions about the program, a Buckingham Palace spokesman told The Telegraph of the tour. They said these decisions were adapted to doctors' advice. King Charles and Camilla Parker Bowles will not engage in typical royal walkabouts. These activities will be limited due to his health. As the King's cancer recovery continues, face-to-face interactions are lessened. This will be the first long tour undertaken by the monarch since his cancer diagnosis. The Australia tour will also be Charles' first as the United Kingdom's ruler. However, instead of the typical tour, Charles carefully follows his physician's advice by allowing for rest periods in between engagements. The King and Queen consort will not be visiting New Zealand and will only attend 3 days of events in Sydney and Canberra. Throughout his royal career, King Charles has visited Australia a total of 15 times. His last visit was in 2018 with Camilla Parker Bowles. Queen Elizabeth ruled the monarchy at that time. A press release written by the Prime Minister of Australia, Anthony Albanese, expressed his pride in the couple's visit to the country and his feeling of being honoured by Charles and Camilla Parker Bowles. I am honoured to welcome the King and Queen on their first royal visit to Australia later this year. They are always welcome visitors. The King has a deep regard for our great nation, and has always spoken warmly of the time he has spent here and the astounding beauty of our extraordinary continent. I look forward to welcoming the King and Queen back to Australia for this important visit. King Charles and Camilla Parker Bowles will begin their tour of Australia on October 18th. It will conclude on October 23, 2024. King Charles brings his medical team to Scotland for an important get-together at Balmoral. The Royal Medical Household team are in Scotland for a visit to Balmoral where King Charles and Queen Camilla are in residence, it has been reported. The King is spending a quiet weekend in Royal Deeside to mark the 2nd anniversary of his mother's death on Sunday. Queen Elizabeth passed away at Balmoral on September 8, 2022. According to Richard Eden, the Daily Mail's well-connected society diarist, the medical team are also staying at the estate for a meeting to discuss all health matters relating to the royal family. A medical source said, "It's an important get-together." The King, 75, has been undergoing treatment for an unnamed form of cancer. The Queen, 77, who returned to royal duties last week before heading back to Scotland, is thought to be in rude health. Her Majesty met Sandra Tyler and Jill Hitchman, who were both undergoing a chemotherapy session. Noticing that Sandra was wearing a specialist hat which helps to prevent hair loss, she remarked, "You've got your ice cap on." Camilla also engaged in a light-hearted exchange with Paul Holdway, a 55-year-old nurse and patient undergoing a stem cell transplant to treat his blood cancer. When asked by Her Majesty, "How are you feeling?" Mr. Holdway replied, "I am feeling very tired." The Queen responded with a touch of humour and said men won't admit it, in an apparent reference to her husband. She has made it clear she would prefer Charles to slow down during his treatment. The royal medical household is made up of a number of professionals at the top of their fields, who also usually work across the NHS and privately. Unlike other parts of the royal household, their names are not revealed publicly. In June, the King personally honoured his top medical team, including Dr. Michael Dixon, head of the Royal Medical Household, who was made a Commander of the Royal Victorian Order, CVO. Dr. Fiona Butler, a West London GP whose royal role is apothecary to the King and the Queen's physician Michael Dooley were made Lieutenants of the Royal Victorian Order, LVO. A Buckingham Palace spokesman declined to comment on this weekend's medical conference. However, a royal source told Eden Confidential that the meeting is an annual event not related to the cancer treatment of the King or the Princess of Wales. Queen Camilla, 76, debuted the piece at the event, pinning it on her blue sash just above Queen Elizabeth's family order, which features a portrait of the late monarch on a yellow ribbon. Camilla received Queen Elizabeth's family order in 2007. Royal watchers have been waiting to see King Charles' family order since his accession in September 2022, and Queen Camilla is the first person to wear it. The tradition of commissioning a family order, a badge worn by female members of the royal family personally bestowed by the sovereign, was established by King George IV over 200 ago, Buckingham Palace said in a statement. Family orders have since been instituted by Queen Victoria, King Edward VII, King George V, King George VI and Queen Elizabeth II. The honour was specially created for women in 1821, in part because only men could receive many honours. The family order is personally given out by the monarch without consultation with the government, traditionally after a female royal has been acting as a working member of the family for several years. Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh, also attended the state banquet honouring Japan's Emperor and Empress. However, she did not wear King Charles' family order. She did sport Queen Elizabeth's family order, which she was bestowed in 2004. The Duchess of Gloucester, who was given Queen Elizabeth's family order, also didn't wear the new accessory at the state banquet. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and drop comments, and most importantly don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.